Call the meeting to order at this time. Our first item tonight is a public hearing. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you. Mayor, this is ordinance number 2017-10, second reading or ordinance to approve the 2018 fiscal year budget for the city of Fort Oglethorpe. Anyone here who would like to speak either for, against, or have any amendments or suggestions to the 2018 fiscal year budget, please come up, sign your name, and you will be provided speaking time. Mr. Mayor, it doesn't appear that anyone has approached or indicated they'd like to speak for or against the public hearing with regard to the fiscal year budget, and I indicated this was the second reading, but it's actually the third reading.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Now we'll call the official meeting to order at this time. Ms. Stennett, if you would, do the invocation. Ms. James, lead us in the pledge, please.
We make our beginning name of Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, creator of all and source of all goodness and love, please look kindly upon us and receive our heartfelt gratitude in this time of giving thanks. Thank you for all the graces and blessings you have bestowed upon us, our food, shelter, health, the loves we have for one another, family, and friends. Dear Father, in your infinite generosity, please grant us continued graces and blessings throughout the coming year. God of power and might, wisdom and justice, through you authority is rightly administered, laws are enacted, and judgment is decreed. Assist with your spirit of fortitude the council of our city. May we always seek the ways of righteousness, justice, and mercy. Grant that we may be enabled by your powerful protection to lead with honesty and integrity. I ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on the agenda is the reading of the minutes of the previous council meeting. If members of the council have had an opportunity to review these, I will entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item on the agenda is communications from the mayor. I am passing my time to Miss Yvonne Morgan tonight. Miss Morgan, if you'd like to come up.
I am president of the Catoosa County Memorial, located out at the Benton Place campus. And annually we have an event where we honor a Veteran of the Year. And this is a two-county event, Catoosa and Walker. Also, we honor a patriotic person. So this person has been nominated, and this person has been serving on the Board of Commissioners since 2011. He's worked in the city and the county government for 22 years, managing public works and recreation. This person works endlessly to the better of Catoosa County. His wife is an executive director of Fort Oglethorpe Housing Authority and has been for 19 years. They have 2 grown children and 4 grandchildren. What this person does, we all take for granted. I want you to honor. This is very special to me. Just join me tonight in honoring Catoosa County Outstanding Community Service to Mr. Jeff Long. Only special people have this in pen. What Jeff does, I know, we all take for granted. But he has a heart in everything that you see.
I'm a politician. No, I would like to thank everybody. It means a lot. I know wasn't there, didn't have a clue about it. I actually got a email Saturday night. Was up in Knoxville with the grandson racing, but it does mean a lot to be chosen this. Appreciate it very much, everyone. Thank you.
Congrats, Jeff.
Thank you, Miss Morgan. Very deserving, Mr. Long. Next item on the agenda is zoning matters. We have none. Next item on the agenda is ordinances. Item number 1 under ordinances, third and final reading, annexation, ordinance number 2017-08, Justin Hunt, 990 Steel Road, Rossville, Georgia. Mr. Stutz.
Your Honor, I imagine that matter, as I understand it, that matter is going to be tabled, waiting on an extension of time for 30 days since the county received the notice.
So what they voted on at their last meeting doesn't mean anything?
Yes, sir, it does, but there has to be a 30-day period between the time they receive the notice and the time we vote on it.
I'll entertain a motion to table item number 1 under ordinances and item number 2 under ordinances.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second, sir.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Items number 1 and number 2 under ordinances will be tabled. Item number 3 under ordinances. First reading, zoning, ordinance number 2017-12, request C1 special exception. Owner, Community National Bank, map parcel number 0013B13000A, Battlefield Parkway. Mr. Stokes.
Ordinance number 2017-12, rezoning, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and is hereby ordained by the authority thereof, section 1, that the following property owned by Community National Bank, known as Mount 0013B13000A, Battlefield Parkway, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia 30742, is rezoned to a C1 commercial special exception zone. Said property is particularly described in the attachment to this ordinance. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. This is the first reading. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Item number 4 under ordinances, first reading, annexation, ordinance number 2017-14. Owner Richard Brown and Bernard H. Brown, doing business as Brown's Construction Company. Map number 0019A002, Highway 41, Ringo, Georgia. Mr. Stokes.
Annexation be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and is hereby ordained by authority thereof, section 1, that the following property owned by J. Richard Brown and Bernard H. Brown, doing business as Brown's Construction Company and known as MAP 0019A002, Highway 41, Ringo, Georgia 30736, is annexed into the city of Fort Oglethorpe. Said property is particularly described in the annexation ordinance thereto, available in the clerk's office. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. This is the first reading.
Thank you, Mr. Stutz. Item number 5 under ordinances, first reading, zoning, ordinance number 2017-15, request zoning to C1. Owner Richard Brown and Bernard H. Brown, doing business as Brown's Construction Company. Map number 0019A002, Highway 41, Ringo, Georgia. Mr. Stokes.
Ordinance number 2017-15, rezoning, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and is hereby ordained by authority thereof, section 1, that the following property owned by J. Richard Brown and Bernard H. Brown doing business as Brown's Construction Company and known as MAP 0019A002, Highway 41, Ringo, Georgia, is rezoned to a C1 commercial zoning. Said property is particularly described in the attached Exhibit A to this ordinance. That this ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. This is the first reading, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Item number 6 under ordinances, second reading of ordinance number 2017-11, 2017 budget amendment. Mr. Stoltz.
Ordinance to amend the 2017 fiscal year budget, ordinance number 2016-17 for the city of Port Oglethorpe. Whereas the duly elected governing authority of the city of Port Oglethorpe, Georgia is authorized under Article 9, Section 2, Paragraph 3 of the Constitution of the State of Georgia, Official Code of Georgia, annotated 3635-3, and the Charter of the City of Port Oglethorpe to adopt reasonable ordinances to protect and improve the public health, safety, welfare of the citizens of Port Oglethorpe, Georgia. And whereas the duly elected governing authority of Port Oglethorpe, Georgia is vested in the city council composed of a mayor and council member, and whereas all ordinances and parts of ordinance in conflict herewith are hereby repealed, and whereas that if any part of this ordinance shall be invalid or unconstitutional, such invalidity or unconstitutionality shall not affect or impair other parts of the ordinance unless it clearly appears that such other parts are wholly and necessarily dependent upon the part held to be invalid or unconstitutional. Now therefore it is hereby ordained by the governing authority of the city of Port Oglethorpe that the following shall constitute the amended 2017 fiscal year budget. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and city council. Second reading.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Next item on the agenda is resolutions. We have none. Next item is unfinished business. We have none. Next item is reading of the city clerk of any communications. We have none. Next item on the agenda is new business. Item number 1, proposed approval of intergovernmental agreement regarding the occupation, use, and maintenance of the city of Port Oglethorpe recreation facility. Mr. Long.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Tonight I have before you to accept the approval for the intergovernmental agreement between the city of Port Oglethorpe and Catoosa County. At the county's last meeting, they approved the agreement. What this will do is this IGA will be for the renovation or the use and maintenance agreement. The county owns the building that was purchased with the county recreation splashed for Port Oglethorpe Recreation, and there was other money that went into the renovation, and then the city's also put in money. So this will be a lease agreement to the city for it's a 10-year agreement with 41-year renewals option, and makes the city the sole provider of the use and of the gymnasium there that's located on 2nd Street.
Thank you, Mr. Long. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Item number 2 under new business, proposed approval for property owner at 144 Howard Drive to construct a gate and a city fence, and proposed approval to accept donation of the gate post construction to the city. Ms. Simpkins.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This item relates to a city-constructed fence behind 144 Howard Drive. It's adjacent to Gilbert Stevenson Park. Mr. Holden, the current property owner, submitted plans for a gate in the fence to the building official, and plans have been approved. The gate would provide safe access to the property owner to the park. When the gate construction is complete, Mr. Holden requests the city accept donation of the gate as part of the city's fence. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Simpkins. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 3 under new business, proposed approval to renew Catoosa Chamber of Commerce membership. Ms. Simpkins.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is our annual membership to the Catoosa County Chamber of Commerce, and I'm sure as all of you know, that's a very beneficial membership for us, and it's a great partnership. We're requesting to be a Board of Counselors level member at $5,000 a year. This membership fee is paid for by hotel motel tax proceeds, and many benefits including opportunities to advertise in the Chamber publication and on the Chamber's website and participate in Chamber events, and other important benefits are included in this membership. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Simpkins. Have a motion to approve.
I make a motion.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 4 under new business, proposed approval to purchase water meters. Mr. Parker.
Mr. Mayor, this request is to purchase 57 AMR, it's the radio data log reading meters that we use from Delta Municipal Supply for $11,884. In our project as we've gone along, we're at about 55% radios in the system. And this has just been a slow process, but this pretty much finishes out my year as far as being able to buy meters. It will leave us a little bit of cushion in the event that something occurs before the end of the year, but meter-wise, we should be in good shape for the remainder of this year. This is a budgeted item, and so request authorization to make this purchase.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you.
Item number 5 under new business, proposed approval to pay Catoosa County Tax Commissioner invoice. Ms. Simpkins.
Thank you, Mayor. The cost to the city of Fort Oglethorpe for the Catoosa County Tax Commissioner to collect our 2017 property taxes is $12,207. City Council approved the contract at the October 9th City Council meeting. The cost is $3 per parcel, and it includes a $1.50 reimbursement to the county and a $1.50 payment to the tax commissioner per parcel. We recommend approval to pay the Catoosa County Tax Commissioner invoice.
Have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Simpkins, is that a total for all parcels, or is that a total for what's been collected so far?
That's a total for all parcels.
So if it doesn't get collected, what do we do?
That's
Because
a
we
good
have
question.
some of those.
That's a good question. It's my understanding that the tax commissioner continues to attempt to collect delinquent fees, and as he collects, he provides proportionate amount to all the folks that are being billed on that, all the organizations that receive part of that revenue. So there's still a collection process that happens if property tax bills are unpaid.
How many years does that collection process before they write off that amount? And would that be refunded back to us?
It's not written off, it's sold for taxes.
Yeah,
The property is sold for taxes, and then we collect our fees.
Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 6 under new business. Proposed approval to purchase holiday tokens for full-time city employees. Ms. Simpkins.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a token of appreciation for full-time employees and as well as permanent part-time employees. This is something that we budget annually, and if the year goes well, we look forward to taking this time to show our appreciation to City of Fort Oglethorpe employees by providing a $100 gift card. So the total cost to the city is $8,500 to provide $100 gift cards for each full-time and permanent part-time employee. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Simpkins. Have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
What about the tax on this, since it is a gift? It's not like a ham or a turkey, it's in kind, but you're gonna have to have tax consequences, or may have tax consequences.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Will these be purchased from a Fort Oglethorpe vendor, a business in Fort Oglethorpe?
Absolutely.
Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 7, under new business. And hopefully the last time we discuss this one. Proposed approval of Redbud Sewer Project change. Mr. Parker.
Okay, this is change order number 2 for Redbud Sewer Project. This is the final change order. This is a change order which adjusts the final quantities of the project. The project is completed. All the LMI homes are tied in, and the change order is increased by $35,047.79. Majority, you should have a spreadsheet with highlights. Majority of that change is due to paving and seeding and mulch for the additional topsoil work, additional paving work. We had 2 very severe rain events that occurred toward the end of this project. A lot of the landscaping was destroyed during those events, and the additional paving was to meet the county's requirement that is a county road. The project is completed. We have all the closeout documents. We have all the lien waivers from all the vendors. Engineers have, most of the residents have signed off that the property's restorations have been completed. So this pretty much ends the Redbud CDBG project after almost 4 years.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. Have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you.
I know Mr. Parker is glad that this one has been completed. We had to battle everything you could possibly battle on this project. Next item on the agenda, under new business, item number 8, proposed approval of variance request. Mr. Quarles.
Mayor, I'm going to speak on behalf of Mr. Quarles tonight. We are going to request that item number 1 is tabled until the C1 special exception is determined by City Council.
Have a motion to table item number 1 under article number 8 of new business.
Make a motion.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 1 under Article 8 of new business is tabled. Article number 2 under item number 8. Ms. Simpkins.
This was a request for a sign variance that was submitted and heard by the Appeals Board this past Thursday. The Appeals Board recommends denial of the variance request. So this is City Council ratification of that denial.
Have a motion to approve.
To approve the ratification?
To approve the ratification or to approve the denial?
The board's recommendation was to deny it.
Right.
So we are voting
On
to
that,
uphold that
make a motion.
denial.
Okay.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Just for the record, the property owner was pretty happy. Well, he wasn't happy with the decision, but The artist did come out, and most of the existing sign is gonna stay there. The problem with it was it exceeded the total 300 square foot area that our sign ordinance has, and the artist felt like he could do a little trim work and get it in compliance, so the sign is still gonna stay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 9 under new business. Proposed approval for paving gymnasium parking lot. Mr. Long.
Thank you, Mayor. This request to pave the front portion of the parking lot there at the gymnasium, where it's gravelled right now. The handicap parking will be concreted in up to the sidewalk by the contractor. This will be the rest of it. We have some additional parking on the lot that was purchased next door. It'll stay gravel, but the concern was with the athletic flooring manufacturer as far as the gravel's getting in tennis shoes and getting on the floor and scratching and scarring the floor coming in on the new flooring, which has been put down this week. So just asking for the request. Had two quotes from it, and the low quote was from Mike Kistner Paving here locally, and don't know exactly as far as we'll have to get some gravel and then the total tonnage, but requesting it not to exceed $30,000.
Thank you, Mr. Long. I have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 10 under new business. Proposed approval of probation. I guess that's supposed to be services agreement. Guess we got a little typo there. Mr. Stokes.
Mr. Mayor, Council, you may or may not be aware that the city utilizes a private probation service to monitor the defendants who require probation in city court. We've done that for years and years and years. In 2017, the Georgia legislature severely cut, annexed, and added to the private probation legislation. This agreement brings into compliance the private probation service that we have and have used all this period of time. It's been reviewed by myself and also the attorney for the private probation service, and we're happy with it. Ringgold and everyone else that uses the same service has signed a comparable agreement, and it doesn't add any cost to us. There's no cost for us in regard to this service. It's all paid by the probationers, and I would ask that the council approve the agreement.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. I have a motion to approve.
I make a motion.
Second, sir.
Have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. There's a few more pages to it than that old 4-page one, isn't there, Mr. Stokes?
Yes, sir.
Next item on the agenda, City Manager's Report. Ms. Simpkins.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'd first like to encourage everyone to go to the City of Fort Oglethorpe's website and take a look at our dog park survey. It's an opportunity to provide the community feedback that the Mayor and City Council have requested on a proposed dog park for the City of Fort Oglethorpe. So this survey will give us critical information that we need to put together a committee to explore this further. So we encourage everyone to go take a look and participate in that survey. Also, the Mayor and City Council requested a traffic study on Steel Road and Max Smith Road at our last City Council meeting. And results of that traffic study are included in detail in the Mayor and City Council's packets. In sum, Steel Road was measured for, both Steel Road and Max Smith were measured for a 2-week period. Steel Road had an average daily vehicle count of 3,345 vehicles and an average daily speed of 23 miles per hour, with the peak traffic being from 7 to 8 a.m. and 5 to 6 p.m. on weekdays, and 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on weekends. Mac Smith Road had an average daily vehicle count of 10,318 vehicles with an average speed of 30 miles per hour. The peak on weekdays was also 7 to 8 a.m. and then 5 to 6 p.m. and then on the weekends from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'd also like to mention that the City of Fort Oglethorpe's flow monitoring work plan was approved by the City of Chattanooga on October 26th. So flow monitors will be installed in our sewer system on November 27th. And congratulations to Brian Perry and Harold Murray for receiving their Level 1B Advanced Fundamentals certification, which is a red card, from the Georgia Soil and Water Conservation Commission. This Level 1B Advanced Fundamentals seminar is a 2-day course designed to train regulatory enforcement inspectors to perform regulatory inspections to accurately inspect land disturbance areas for compliance with state erosion and sedimentation laws. So congratulations to Brian and Harold. That's all. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Sipkins. Next item on the agenda is City Council comments. Mr. Rogers.
I don't have anything today, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Crawford.
Yeah, I'd just like to congratulate Jeff again on that award. You wear many hats in this community, and you wear them all well. So you do a lot for this community, and we really appreciate it and lucky to have you back on this side. And also, I'd like to just say, I know she does a lot of volunteer on it, but Paula, great job on the marathon this past weekend, and the track club that puts it on. It was a pretty successful event. I mean, it was runners I seen all Saturday morning, and it was good to see. My sister actually ran in the half marathon of it, and she was excited about it. But and I'll end by, I know it's a little bit late, but it's never too late to tell veterans thank you. And this weekend was Veterans Day, and all you veterans out there, thank you for your service, and it means a lot. It's why we're able to do what we do up here. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Mr. Childs.
Ditto to Jeff and Paula. Good job. He mentioned veterans. There's a lot of companies in our city that offers 10% off to veterans. So I don't know if people know that or not, but you can take your veterans card or your DD 214, and if you got a $3,000 bill, you got $300 left. So anyway, and everybody have a nice Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Mr. Child. Ms. Stinnett.
Thank you, sir. As we are in the season of thanks, and we all here in Fort Oglethorpe have so much for which to be thankful, communities and schools are seeking individuals and businesses that are willing to commit to sponsor a child for Christmas. 40 children are in need of sponsorship. Please call 706-866-6640, extension 156, if you are able to sponsor a child for Christmas. Also, the Catoosa County Library will have their trees up. They always have their annual Festival of Trees, so please go by there in December. And veterans. On November the 8th, we were there, a group of veterans, large group of veterans and citizens, to plant 7 trees in honor of those who serve. We were very blessed to have officers from our police department, Officer Robert Brown, Sergeant Greg Wingo, and Captain Steve Blevins were there, as was our fire chief, Bruce Ballou, and Sergeant Terry Warnix, firefighter Jason Aspill, and firefighter Brandon Clark. We had representatives from Rolling Thunder, representatives from VVA, representatives from VFW and the Legion, and a lot of citizens who came just to show their support and sling a shovel. We really appreciate that. Right now, we are looking at names for this park. So if you have a name suggestion, please email it to me, and we'll put them all together. Eventually, when we narrow it down to 2 or 3, the council will make the final decision for the name of our park. And please don't forget, December 9th, is our Christmas parade. At 2 p.m., we will have our festival that will be on Barnhart Circle. Already, we have over 35 vendors who will be there. And after the parade, fireworks. This is the first time that we will have fireworks after our Christmas parade. So everyone have a very blessed Thanksgiving. That is awesome.
Thank you, Ms. Stinnett. Ms. James?
Congratulations to Jeff, along with everyone else, and I hope everyone has a very happy Thanksgiving and safe travels.
Thank you, Ms. James. Next item on the agenda, citizens petitions and requests. We have none. Next item on the agenda is executive session. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss real estate.
Motion, sir.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. We are in executive session. I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion, sir.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are out of executive session. In executive session, we discuss real estate. Our next item on the agenda is adjournment. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.
Wait a minute, hold on.